we are on another Madden episode. Yeah, we made the playoffs. We ended up being 15-2. Y'all know that. We're just gonna go over how we got here and stuff like that in this episode. It's not gonna be a full game, so just bear with me. In the division round of the playoffs, we are drawing the Chargers after they defeated the Jaguars 28-24, and Joe Shelley shined. There we go. In that game with 328 yards and 2 touchdown performance. And James Robinson did work on the ground, also averaging 6 yards a carry on 15 carries, making him get 90 yards on the day with 2 tutties to tag along with that. Rayshawn Price, 8 catches, 124 yards, 1 touchdown. Armand Brewer, tight end, 11 catches, 115 yards, 1 touchdown. Brandon Cook still doing his thing, 5 catches for 55 yards. Andrew Palmer, 4 for 25. And James Robinson caught 1 catch. Had 1 catch for 9 yards. Defensively, it was led in tackles by cornerback and Greg McLean, 6'2", 200-pound corner out of Rutgers, second year. Bosa had half a sack on the day. Xavier Goldston, defensive tackle, had 1.5 on the day. They had no picks on the day, no forced fumbles, and yeah, that's how they are advancing to this round of the playoffs. But to get to what everybody wants to see, the stats for this year. We had a pretty good year. The loss to the Bears really shot. Well, I guess it really ended our chances of having a perfect season, which I really wanted. But we'll live with what we got. Derek. R.J. Singleton with his first ever career 4,000 yard showing. He just keeps getting better and better for us. I know it's not really showing up right now, but he's playing a lot better. The second time ever touching 40 touchdowns. We gotta cut back on the picks though. That's a lot of the picks is on me, so I'm not really tripping if per se. So he played really good this year for us, for the most part. Rushing, this is the most rushing yards he's ever had in his career, so that's really good for us. 11 broken tackles, 5 fumbles. We need to clean that up, but we'll live with that. Contract, that's his contract for the next 7 years. Yeah, we got our man locked up. So, and he has 4 Pro Bowl appearances. He led the league in passing rating twice. So that's our guy. Jeff Applewhite didn't really do anything. Running back, Mr. Telvin Burton, 263 yards, 1,435 yards, averaging 5.5 yards a carry, 16 touchdowns, with only 2 fumbles on their 263 carries. So I'll take that. Along with that, he has 55 broken tackles, 491 yards after contact, and a longest run of 75. All right, and Mr. R.J. Singleton is next on that list with 55 carries, 486 yards, 8.8 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns, 11 broken tackles. And Matt Kramer was a late addition after we waived Ben Wallace after his fumble. So, yeah, he didn't really get in there that much, but he's okay. Receiving, Justin Jefferson continues to amaze, 1,500 yards and only playing, it's right there. 1,500 yards and only playing 14 games. He could have easily probably been over the 2,000 yard mark if he'd have played those 3 games that he missed. Secondly, we have Dudley Start, 759 yards, 5 touchdowns. John Mechie, 27 catches, 636 yards, also missing 2 games. Edward Hancock, 26 catches, 397 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't know if I said Mechie, but he had 6 touchdowns. Telvin Burton out the backfield, 34 catches, 316 yards, 2 tutties. Brevin Jordan, he does what we need him to do. 10 catches, 201 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tylan Wallace, 11 catches, 194, 2 tutties. Dylan Perkins, I want to see him a lot. I want to see him on the field a lot more next year. Where? I don't know, but I do. 7 catches, 103 yards, 1 touchdown. And Ellington, he wastes these opportunities. Blocking, who gave up sacks? Javier Mooney gave up the most. Well, him and Elton Jenkins are top 4 pop. Brandon Stevens gave up 3. James Richards gave up 2. Keon Green gave up 1. Marco Beckford gave up 1. And Henry Goldston gave up 1 in 7 games played on 230 snaps. I'll take that out the rookie. Defensively, the stats that a lot of people want to see. Our leading tackler is Mr. Damar Sapp. At standing 5'9", he packs a punch. I don't care what anybody say about my short safety. He does his job. He has 7 tackles for loss on the season, half a sack, 4 interceptions, and that does it for him on the stats wise. All right, Jalen Petrie. Well, yeah, this is all about tackles. But then we can. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. We're just gonna go in order. Jalen Petrie, 69 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions. I don't think he had a touchdown. Oh yeah, forced fumble and a fumble recovery. No touchdowns. Christian Harris, 67 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, 0 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles. He had a pretty solid year for us on the defense side of the ball. Then we got Mr. Devin White, 67 touchdowns, still doing his thing, pretty strong. 13 tackles for loss, 1.5 sack, 1 interception. Any forced fumbles? He had 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 82 return yards, and a defensive touchdown to go along with that during the season. Cornerback 3, our nickel corner, 57 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 11 interceptions, 132 interception yards. Forced fumbles 0. He had a fumble recovery. Didn't really do much with it, but he has 2 touchdowns on the year. And Mr. Chidobe Awuzie, your defensive player of the year, or defensive back player of the year. 52 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 0 sacks, 13 interceptions is what got him that award. How many of those did he return back to the house? He returned 6 of them. So quite a bit of points up on the board for us. Then we got Mr. Derek Stingley Jr., 37 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 10 interceptions. Still the best DB in the league by far, 3 touchdowns. When you lose an award that you had for 2 years in a row to a teammate, you know you're doing something right. Kenny Hemingway, I'm pretty sure our lead sack player for us. He had 27 total tackles, 15 tackles for loss, 13 sacks. And he's coming into his own. He's going to be a really good player for us. 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries. I don't think he scored, did he? No, he didn't have that dog in him. But Chris Baker, a player that has to quit missing games for us. 24 total tackles, 19 tackles for loss, 11 sacks on the season. And he had a touchdown. And then we got Devontae Gaines, rookie. He does rookie stuff. Dudley Butler, he actually had some really, really big special team hits for us. And he had 2 sacks also. Marcus Chamberlain, 1 sack, 2 picks. About rookie numbers. Dante McMillan, 2.5 sacks. Blake English, a sack. Well, hold on, let me just go by sacks now. Kenny Lettuce with 13. Baker, Christian Harris, John Carver, Dante McMillan. I want him to start starting more for us. I don't know why they take him out whenever I don't do it. Dudley Butler, Braden Crowder with 2. Devin White, 1.5. Max Shepard, 1.5. Marcus Chamberlain, 1. Blake English, 1. Then we got a couple players with halves. And then interception wise, 13, 11, 10, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. A whole lot of picks. So, yeah, that's what we got going on with that side of the ball. Mr. Justin Tucker was a perfect 10 for 10 for us this year. 57 was the longest. 77 extra points were up and made all of them. And yeah, that's what we got going into the season. We can look at some yearly awards. I'm not sure if they gave them out yet or not. Larry Russo is projected to be the MVP of the league. We have nobody on the list. Coach of the Year, our very own Juwan Denard. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Jalen Waddle, Najee Harris, and Justin Jefferson. Jefferson doesn't get hurt. He wins that award by a landslide. Kelvin Burton's finally on the list, getting some recognition. Defensive Player of the Year, Mr. Myles Garrett. Boo. John Carver. How's he in front of Lucier? Anyways, having multiple players on this list is pretty good for us. And then we have Derek Stingley on here. Yeah, I don't know how. Miles must have put up like 20 sacks. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we didn't have a rookie start or play significant amount of minutes, so I don't really expect anybody. Marcus Chamberlain started playing late, so I guess at least he's on the list. Best quarterback. All right, I was about to get angry. I said, ain't no way there's 10 quarterbacks better than RJ in the AFC, but he's on that list. Kelvin Burton is 4th on the best running back. Najee Harris looks like he's about to win it, even though that record is 6-11. Best receiver, Jalen Waddle. Everybody knows it's Justin Jefferson. He just couldn't stay healthy this year for us. Best O-lineman, Kenyon Green. James Richards from our team. Best DL, Myles Garrett, Ed Oliver, Trey Bullock. King Hemingway is on the list at 77. So have a very big boost going into next year for that. Chris Baker's on this list also. Best linebacker, Joey Bosa, probably because he got a lot of sacks. No Christian Harris or Devin White. Chidobe Awuzie, best cornerback. John Carver 2nd. Derek Stingley 3rd. That's what you want to see out of your DBs. Damar Sapp's 10th. And best kicker is our very own Jay Tuck, after not missing a kick this whole entire year. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I know it's gonna be a kind of a shorter episode, but I wanted to I guess I can look at some of these draft prospects, see what we can possibly get to improve this team. I haven't really looked at this too much, so we're gonna be able to look at it together. I don't know why I can't talk right now. Alright, what do we need? Well, the first player on the list is Jeremiah Cummings, receiver out of UCF. 6'2", 208 pounds, lefty, 22-year-old. Can't really see too much, but he looks like a pretty solid player. But we're kind of loaded at receiver, so we don't really need that. I guess we can try to take a whip on another edge rusher. Maybe I said right off some linebackers we need. I'm pretty sure that's separate. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 receivers in the top 5. This receiving core might be, this receiving class might be deep. Well, I guess I don't really want to look through all these. Just let me know what y'all think is intriguing. I'll look at some of these 95%ers though. A carrying, B catching traffic, A catching deep route. What? How tall is he? Hold up. 6'3"? What's his speed at? Don't see his speed. No. Acceleration solid, decent. All right. Keep an eye on Kendrick Pearson. That's his name. Oh, I just not loading. Thank you. Kendrick Pearson. We'll add him to the list. But yeah, I guess I'll go through top 30 something. Just let me know if y'all see anything that y'all want me to that looks intriguing. We really don't have any numbers on any of these guys right now, so it's not really much of a scout thing for me, I guess. But let me know if you want to see me get any of these guys. Obviously, before the draft gets here, I'm gonna look more into it, but I don't really like going off of drafts. Well, I don't really like going off of players without having solid numbers, especially since you can't really watch tape. So kind of gotta go with the numbers on this game. And we are projected to have the 25th pick as of last couple weeks ago, I think, and the 32nd pick with Cliff Manning and Jaron Teal, tight end out of Michigan, 21-year-old. We don't need a tight end though to have really going. But we can do what the Bills did in real life and load up on weapons. But Like I said, I know this is a shorter episode. I'm gonna have the playoff episode done like the next day after this video comes out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you want to see next. Like always, be good people. Peace.